Hi, I'm Chet Seeley, Vice President of Sales at Tastefully Simple. Today, we're going to discuss how you can talk with others about having the opportunity to join Tastefully Simple. I know how amazing this opportunity is, and I love to share it with others. I love even more to see you share your passion with people and invite them to be part of this fantastic company. This training is to show you how to maximize the Ignite Your Income online events and help people discover where Tastefully Simple fits into their lives. There are 3 parts to an Ignite Your Income event, which is what we're going to cover in this training. The purpose of the online Ignite Your Income event is to help you sponsor and grow your team, which then in turn drives your income. As you learn this framework, you're going to find wording that works for you, and following a framework will make it duplicatable. I'm going to talk briefly about inviting people and the online event, but we'll be focusing the majority of our time together on the one-to-one follow-up. Now you may be wondering, why do I need a training for an online event? And the reason is that an online experience can't stand alone. The purpose of the online portion is for Jill to share information about Tastefully Simple and showcase what makes this company great. It's then up to you to take that information and connect back with the people that were attending the event. Your role then is to, number 1, invite people, number 2, encourage them to be there, and number 3, follow up with them and guide them through deciding that Tastefully Simple is a fit for them. This training will not only help you prepare for an online Ignite Your Income event, it will also help you build your skills around the new join process. These online events are a supplement to what you're already doing, and the conversation that you're going to learn about in this training can happen with or without the online event. Now, when it comes to inviting people, let's first talk about how to invite and how many people to invite. There's no need to put a cap on the number of invitations. Invite anyone and everyone who could benefit from learning more about Tastefully Simple. You may be thinking that you'll create a list of potential consultants as you meet them and invite them to one of these events. I encourage you to invite people to join whenever they're ready. Holding them for an event may actually squelch their enthusiasm, which plays a huge role in their success as they get started. As you share the 5 offers at your parties and in conversations, there will be people who are ready to join right then. When that happens, move forward and guide them to join. There's no need for a lengthy conversation about it. You can have that conversation after they've joined. On the other hand, there will be people who hesitate. They might say things like, I need to think about it, or I need to talk to my husband. When that happens, invite them to the Ignite Your Income online event so they can learn a little bit more. Once you know who to invite, it's up to you to know how to invite them. Now, you have a variety of tools on MyHQ, including email templates and approved images that work well for Facebook private messages. In addition to social media and email, you can also reach out to people with texts and phone calls. Remember that a personal connection is ideal. Use multiple communication methods so your approach matches the person that you're inviting. When you invite them, you'll want to be clear about what to expect. You're actually inviting them to 2 things. The first is for the 20 to 30 minute online live presentation with Jill. The second is for a half-hour conversation with you within 24 hours of that online event. There are support pieces on MyHQ that you'll want to send to the people who are planned to be there. They'll also need 2 additional tools, so be sure to give them hard copies or attach them to an email. Remember, you'll want a copy of everything that you give to the people that you invite, so be sure to look at and print everything so you have it in your hands. The most important thing that you can do when inviting someone is to be genuine. Make the invitation about them and why Tastefully Simple could benefit them. And be clear about what you expect. Make sure that they know that you're inviting them to learn about the Tastefully Simple opportunity from Jill's online live presentation and in a follow-up conversation with you. Let's move now to the online event itself. I'm going to be very brief here because the bottom line is that you'll attend this 20 to 30 minute presentation yourself so that you can experience it and you can talk about it to the people that you're inviting. Jill will share the company background, our core beliefs, and how we've evolved to where we are today. You'll refer back to her messaging when you meet with each person, perhaps asking them to share their ahas from the event. Now let's go to your one-to-one follow-up with each person that you invited. This part is critical because it's the point where you connect with each person individually. Before you jump into this conversation, you will want 2 additional tools for your reference. They are the Ignite Your Income Conversation Guide and Overcoming Objections. They're both available on MyHQ and the Ignite Your Income event gadget. We'll talk about overcoming objections in just a minute. The Ignite Your Income Conversation Guide serves two purposes. It keeps you on track throughout your conversation, and it gives you a place to take some notes about your potential new consultant. You'll want to make sure that your conversation is focused on them, and this tool allows you to show them that you genuinely want to solve their dilemmas because you really can listen and respond and not get stuck on what you're going to say next. You'll ask questions, learn about them, and guide them through the decisions about where Tastefully Simple fits into their lives. Your personal touch is what differentiates this opportunity from others, and you increase the likelihood of success for them and for you because you're not leaving it up to chance. Each conversation follows the same formula, 5, 4, 3. You'll share the 5 benefits of collections, followed by the 4 benefits of TSU, and finally, the 3 ways to join. When you ingrain the 5-4-3 plan in your mind, you can focus on the conversation itself and the person speaking rather than the mechanics of what you're going to say. Before you jump into everything that you're going to share, start the conversation by getting their perspectives on Tastefully Simple. This interaction will be different with each person. It will depend on how much you already know that person that you're talking to and how involved they already are with Tastefully Simple. It'll be a little different if you're talking to someone who has bought a collection or maybe even somebody who has signed up for TSTU. Start by talking about what they heard from Jill or what they saw in the video that you sent to them. You might ask questions like, what's one thing that was most impactful about Jill's presentation? Or did you have a chance to watch the video that I sent you called Perspectives on Tastefully Simple? Here's a hint. If they didn't watch it, right now is your opportunity to either pull it up on your phone or your tablet and have them watch it while you wait. Then ask, what spoke to you most in that video? I also encourage you to ask them, when you consider being part of Tastefully Simple or any company, what characteristics are most important to you? Also ask them, which of Tastefully Simple's strengths could you live without? Their responses will help them connect with Tastefully Simple on a deeper level. Be sure that you're taking notes as they share so you can refer back to them as you continue in the conversation. Now from there, move into learning more about them. You could say, let's jump right in and give you some time to talk about a subject that you know a lot about. You. I'm excited to learn more about you. Then you might ask, what's the biggest dinner time dilemma for your family? Another question. If you didn't have that dilemma, how many times per week would you like to eat at home as a family? Another question. Each week, how much money do you spend on dinner in groceries, drive-through, and takeout? And finally, each week, how much time do you spend in trips to the grocery store, drive-through, or takeout to buy dinner? These questions connect them with the problems that they have, and it gives you an opportunity to show that Tastefully Simple can be their solution. Armed with insight into their dilemmas and what appeals to them about Tastefully Simple, you're ready to move into sharing collections. As I shared earlier, this is the first piece of the 5-4-3 formula. Your goal is to share the 5 benefits of our collections and show them how to solve their dilemmas. The first 2 pages of the Meals and More brochure are helpful at this point in the conversation. Pages 2 and 3 paint the peace of mind picture. Call out pieces from these pages that speak to the dilemmas that the person shared with you in the beginning of your conversation. It could sound something like this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is wholesome eating to you and your family? If it's important to them, then head right into talking about TS Eat Well. If not, let them know that it's important to many people, so you want to touch briefly on a more health-conscious side of Tastefully Simple. You could say, our simple, delicious, fun solutions address a variety of dilemmas that so many people share. A common trend right now is that people are looking for guilt-free eating options. And with Tastefully Simple, 82% of our products are TS Eat Well. That means no artificial flavors, no MSG, no artificial preservatives, no hydrogenated fats, no artificial colors or sweeteners, because people care what they feed their families. Who doesn't love that? Now from there, flip to pages 4 or 5. You can see the 5 benefits right across the top of this spread. Point out the 30 Meals and More is our best value collection. It's made up of 3 10 Meals and More collections and includes a 6-week planner, weekly grocery lists, and recipes. Highlighting the benefits of our collections could sound something like this. Do you notice at the top of these pages that our collections have 5 distinct benefits? The first and most important is peace of mind. What do I mean by peace of mind? Well, first of all, broad appeal. Our meals feature your favorite dishes with simple twists and make them sure to please even your pickiest eaters. Also, we bring you easy tips and shortcuts in the kitchen to make preparing your next meal a breeze. Secondly, I'm talking about the product guarantee. If you don't love any of our individual products, then let me know and we'll go ahead and exchange it for you. The second benefit then is saving money, and there are 3 ways that our collections deliver value. Our meals average less than $3 per serving, including all the fresh ingredients. Meals can be cooked in under 30 minutes, and many can be fixed and cooked in under 30 minutes. And we offer shopping lists that allow you to shop your grocer's sales, which can mean an even greater value. The third benefit is saving time. Because you choose your own fresh ingredients, you choose the best time to make our delicious dishes. Also, all of our meals have freeze-ahead instructions so you can assemble your meal when you have time, so it'll be ready to prepare even when you don't. We also offer recipes that are easy, super easy to prepare. The next big benefit is our collections give you choices. You can pick your own cuts of meat the way you like them, bone-in, marbled, sliced, thicker, thighs, breasts, whatever. Secondly, you can choose your own fresh vegetables and fruits that you know will be ripe and delicious, and maybe even shop local if that's important to you. And finally, our collections come with personal service. Just as I'm your personal concierge, your partner in food who is there to help you with your success, you can be that for others. And we're not just for dinner. We have entertaining options too. So whether you're talking to people who are hosting an event or bringing a dish to a party, Tastefully Simple ensures that the food goes over great. Remember to make this a conversation rather than a presentation. Ask questions and engage them in talking about collections with you. And when you finish talking about the benefits, wrap up by recommending the 30 Meals and More. And you could do that by saying something like, the 30 Meals and More is our best value. It's just $200 and it comes with a free gift. Plus, you can save an additional $40 with a code that I can share just with you. Now at this point, you have a great opportunity to get ahead of some possible objections. Rather than waiting for them to share the objections, you can put the most common ones right out there on the table so that they become insignificant. Refer to Overcoming Objections sheet that I talked about earlier for some of the most common objections. I'm going to tell you another little trick that eliminates the needs for a specific script. Start with, when I share, and then go on to saying, sometimes I hear, and then, what I always say. Let me give you an example. When I share that the collection is $200, sometimes I hear that it seems a little expensive. And what I always say is that at first glance it might seem that way. However, did you realize that even when you add in the cost of fresh produce and protein needed to make all the meals, the average price per serving is around $3? When was the last time that you went out to dinner for less than $3 a person? Plus, when you join Tastefully Simple, you'll start receiving an additional 20% off of your orders, plus the opportunity to get your products paid for when you share our meal solutions with others. You can use this approach at any point in your conversation. To help you with some of the most common objections to joining, check out the Overcoming Objections sheet on MyHQ. There's some sample scripting there to also help you get started with your own wording. Once you've finished talking about collections, move on to sharing TSTU. This is the second piece of the 5-4-3 formula. At this point, you'll share the 4 benefits of TSTU. Pages 6 and 7 of the Meals and More brochure support this part of the conversation. You might say something like, TSTU is a simple way to have ongoing peace of mind about meals, which comes from savings, no commitment, flexibility, and no hassle. You choose a collection, cook and enjoy, and you earn rewards, including savings on your next order and free shipping beginning with your 4th consecutive order. Again, you can get ahead of the potential objections. For example, when I share that TSTU is a monthly service, sometimes I hear that people don't want to get stuck with a bunch of shipments they don't need. What I always say is that's exactly what I love about TSTU. You receive an email prior to every shipment reminding you of the opportunity to switch your collection. That means that you're not locked in to what you pick right now. You can change it every other month so you receive the meals or entertaining solution that's perfect for you. Before you move on to sharing the join opportunity, what you're going to want to do here is pause the conversation to bring closure to what you've just covered about collections and TSTU. Share how TSTU has made a difference in your life, unless of course they've already subscribed, and then just ask them to share how it's impacted them. You might say something like, one way in which my kitchen will never be the same again because of collections and TSTU is that I'm no longer taking out garbage bags full of fast food wrappers. We're actually enjoying meals together rather than driving right through them. How has it made a difference with your family? Then, give a quick recap of the 5 benefits of our collections and the 4 benefits of TSTU. It might sound something like this. With what you know now, knowing that our prices are competitive and knowing that our products and meal collections have real value, if you knew that you could enjoy and savor the products and still get a product exchange or even money back if you aren't satisfied, and that you'd have the next 60 days to try and fall in love with all the recipes, if you knew all that, is there any reason you wouldn't want to at least try a 30-meal collection and opt into TSTU rewards to receive a 10% credit that you can use on your next meal or entertaining solution? Of course not. And that's what everybody tells me. And that's why Tastefully Simple has actually served over 1 million meals to families all across the United States since only July of last year. Again, you're going to want to listen to them and make sure that you're emphasizing the pieces that matter most to them. Now you're ready to move on and share the join opportunity. You're transitioning from simple solutions to life-changing opportunities. It's the last part of the 5-4-3 formula. You're showing them the 3 ways to join. The back cover of the Meals and More brochure and the income recipe cards are your key tools. Let them know some of the reasons to join. It could sound something like this. The number 1 reason that people join Tastefully Simple is because you can help others to relieve their dinner time stress. Another reason is because the food solution industry is on the rise, slated to be a $5 billion industry between the years of 2020 to 2025. We are the only ones that are doing dinner and holidays with repeat purchases. Tastefully Simple also provides the opportunity for creative self-expression. People love to impress friends and family with great food and make them happy too. And of course, good times happen around good food. This is a powerful and simple business. From there, share one way that Tastefully Simple has financially or personally impacted your life. Your story gives Tastefully Simple a perfect personal touch. But then you can let them know, because of all the reasons it's so easy to talk about and the low cost to join at only $39.95 with the purchase of a 10 or 30 meals, it's affordable with almost any budget. So why don't you join us and share the news? Sharing is easy. Just share the food, share TSTU rewards, and share the solutions with others. Once you've set up that Tastefully Simple is the place to be, move in and walk them along the path that the income recipe card shows you. There's a recipe for each join option, so just like everything else, it's simple. The first way to join is to get your TSTU shipments paid for in the upcoming year. You could say something like this: I'll help you share the amazing meal solutions with others, and we'll make it our goal to find 3 friends who would enjoy the rewards of a meal collection and TSTU within your first 14 days. That way you'll not only get your products paid for, but you'll earn a $50 bonus as well. The second option is to earn a little more. You might say something like, this option also starts out by getting your products paid for, but then it keeps with that same consistent focus for 2 additional months. During that time, we'll focus on supporting you to help 3 additional people enjoy TSTU rewards, hold 3 parties each month, and find 3 consultants who'd like to get their products paid for as well. The third option is to earn a lot more, and that conversation could sound like, our third option also starts with getting your products paid for, but then it keeps that same consistent focus of going for 3 this month plus additional 3 in the next months. During that time, we'll support you to find 3 additional TSTU reward members, hold 3 parties each month, and get 3 referral codes redeemed with 30 meal collections. Also, instead of just finding 3 consultants who want to join to get their products paid for, you'll help 6 consultants to join. Finally, you'll help one of those consultants to complete the make a little bit more income recipe that I just shared. When you're finished, give a brief recap of the 3 options: getting your TSTU products paid for, earning a little more, or earning a lot more. You might say, no matter which of these 3 options of joining it sounds good to you, I'm going to help you achieve it. Which one sounds best to you? To close out the conversation about joining, walk them through the 3 simple steps for joining. If they're new to meal solutions, you might say, it's as simple as, number 1, choosing your collection. Number 2, opting into TSTU rewards program in order to receive your 10% credit for whichever collection you just selected. And number 3, choose your payment options. If you're purchasing a 30 meals or more collection, you can spread or defer your payment across 4 months. and you can also redeem a $40 referral code. If they're already a TSTU member, then offer them the option to upgrade and join for only $39.95 with their most recent shipment. I want to ask you to see all the details on all of that process on MyHQ in terms of submitting their agreement. Now, just as you've been connecting throughout your entire conversation, you're going to want to wrap this up with an assumptive close, saying something like, why don't we just go ahead and get you started? Or maybe you sense a little hesitation, you could say, based on everything you heard tonight, is there any reason why we shouldn't get you started now? If they can go online while you're right there with them, then stay connected and walk them through and help them complete the join process on tastefullysimple.com. If signing up online doesn't work out for them or you, then you can let them know that a paper option is available. And that's it. You've made it through the most important conversation. Now, before you end the conversation, make sure you've agreed on where they're headed with Tastefully Simple, whether it's joining or buying a collection and becoming a TSTU member. Remind them that you're going to connect with them 72 hours after they join so you can help them get started on their own path to success. A few tips to maximize your success within these online events. Focus on the big picture. It's easy to get caught up in the details. Use the Ignite Your Income conversation guide and Meals and More so you can be less concerned with the specific scripting and can really engage in the conversation knowing that you're going to cover all your bases. Let each conversation be different. Make it personal and adapt to the person that you're talking to. Control the conversation. You have a purpose and you want it to serve that purpose. And share your passion. When you're excited about what you have to offer, people can be excited with you. And you definitely want to make sure they're excited about the products. Congratulations on taking advantage of the Ignite Your Income online event. Light the spark in others so you can ignite their income, which will also ignite your income.